Hello, my friend. Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. The Champions League is back and you can join us on Soccer IQ channel. The link is going to be in the description down below because we are there every single day for hours. Call-in show, watch-alongs. Who is going to make it to Istanbul? As you can tell in this bracket here, it's very, very tough because only the best still in this bracket. And on Tuesday, April the 11th, we have Manchester City against Bayern Munich, Benfica against Inter, and on Wednesday, April the 12th, we're gonna have AC Milan against Napoli, Real Madrid against Chelsea Football Club. Pep Guardiola against Thomas Tuchel. We all know that Thomas Tuchel, he knows how to beat Pep Guardiola in the Champions League. Let's look at the form of the two teams in the last few games, and this is individual form, right? This is not only the Champions League, but Manchester City won all 5 games in the last 5 all competitions, and Bayern Munich, they won 3 games and lost 2 games in all competition. So not gonna be an easy one, my friends. Let's continue and check on more details between the two teams. So in the Champions League this season, we see that Bayern Munich won all their games, 8 games, 8 wins. And for Manchester City, they won 5 games out of 8 and they drew 3 games in this competition. So if I have to guess who's gonna win this game between Manchester City and Bayern Munich, I see City just edging Bayern Munich. 1-0 to Manchester City. Next up, on Tuesday, we have Benfica against Inter. Benfica are getting stronger, even though they sold Enzo Fernandez. They lost some players last window. They're still getting better and better. You know what a team Benfica are against Inter. Benfica in the last 5 games, they won 4 of them and they lost 1. Inter in the last 5 games, they drew 3 and they lost 2. So Inter are not really in good form at all. Let's check here in the Champions League this season. 8 games played, Benfica won 6 games and they drew 2 games. And if you go to Inter here, you're gonna see that they won 4 games, they drew 2 and they lost 2 games. So on paper you can tell that Benfica are better than Inter, but football is not played on paper. Lukaku is coming back from poor form / injury. So it could be a completely different kind of game here. My score prediction for this one, I think Benfica are gonna beat Inter 2-1. Next up, this is gonna be on Wednesday, April 12th. The first game is gonna be between Milan and Napoli. This is going to be very tough because remember, Milan just beat Napoli in Serie A or whatever competition it was. I think Milan scored 4 goals, which is very, very difficult for Napoli to concede because they've been flying. But Osimhen wasn't in that game, so this game in the Champions League could be a completely different story. So let's check on the last 5 results for each team. Milan, they won only once, they drew 3 times, and they lost 1 time. And Napoli, they won 4 times, and they lost 1 time, and it was against Milan. So, but at the end, my friend, let me just give you my feeling on this game. I think it's gonna be a draw, 2-2 draw at the end. Italian teams playing against each other. This is not gonna be an easy game. Next up, we have Real Madrid against Chelsea Football Club at Bernabeu Stadium. Goodness me, look at the form of the 2 teams here. Real Madrid in the last 5 games, they won 3, they lost 2. Chelsea in the last 5 games, all competitions, they lost twice, they drew twice, they only won 1 time. Both teams are not really in their level, but we all know what Real Madrid can do to you. Real Madrid, especially when you said they are not good, and that is exactly the time they're gonna kill you. So Chelsea need to be very careful here because it's not gonna be an easy task. So in the Champions League this season, look at the 8 games played so far. Real Madrid won 6, Chelsea won 5. Chelsea drew 1, Real Madrid drew 1, and Chelsea lost 2 games in the Champions League, and Real Madrid only lost once. Chelsea always does good in the Champions League, even though they are not doing good in the league and other competitions in England. I still believe that they can do something here. A tough one, and I think Chelsea are gonna get a draw away, 1-1, even though they don't have anybody to score goals. And for the second leg at Stamford Bridge, we're gonna talk about it when the moment is right.